Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we would like to give all praise, honor, glory unto
YAHAWAH, BA'Shem, YAHAWASHI, BA'Shem, KABAD.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone that taught us this truth.
That's right.
Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect 144,000 men push this truth in wholehearted sincerity across the four winds. We the GMS Germany camp.
Come.
You know, just coming together to just do a lesson in the spirit. You know,
Come.
YAHAWAH, you find the edifying.
Come.
Let's go, man.
This is book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Go ahead, all right.
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time.
You see, and we're living in times right now when we see that the devil, who is the spiritual demon or the spiritual embodiment of all wickedness, which is on this earth today, is Esau, the Edomites. You know, Esau himself has perpetuated so much wickedness, but we see now in these last days that he also knows that his time is up. You know, his kingdom is crumbling. You know, the societies are, they may perceive, you know, they are just like women today. The societies are just like these women today. You know, what you see is not what you get. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what they like to doll themselves up and make their appearance like to be something that they truly aren't. You know, so you're not really getting, you're only getting face value, but as you get into it and you start to see what's really going on, and you start to pay more attention, you see that behind the scenes, these societies, these nations, they're crumbling, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, the economies are crumbling. You know, Germany, if it has one more lockdown, it's done.
Yeah, but also when you think of it, because I was yesterday when I was in the city, I remember like people were sitting behind me talking about, yeah, you on the what is it called? Basically like time worker shift because of the lockdown. Basically, people closing down. They only got like for a certain period of time a job, not like the normal job. Yeah, like you on it. The first thing that he asked, because the people they're losing their job left and right, man.
Yeah, they're losing their job.
Yeah, man. And you just see that this world is crumbling, man. And Satan coming down with great wrath because, like the brothers from Holland yesterday, had an article in the group chat and I read it today in German. And when you don't put basically your child into, what is it called? Quarantine. You know, in your house. When they supposedly got the coronavirus, what happens? They're gonna take the child away, man. Okay. And this is Satan, Esau, Edom coming down with great wrath, man.
Okay.
You know, and that's the thing, man.
And he attacks. He's gonna attack Jake on every front. You know, he's gonna attack you with the food. He's gonna attack you with your water, with even your electricity. Yeah. You know, your power. Jacob's trouble is gonna be some trouble. Like it's going to be something that is like never seen before on the face of this earth. And it's gonna be, you know, because I often just ask Edomites, man, what would you rather? Would you rather have cash or would you rather to be digitalized? And 3 times out of most, you know, 3 times often most of them. Yeah, most of them, they say they want digital. One of them said they want cash. You know?
Yeah, man, because even in my plantation, because sometimes if I see the paper, they show how much people, like in the last day or the last few months, bought with the cashless. And was like last time, I think 80% or something like this.
80%? I
think it was 60 to, one time it was 60, then stopped, it went up to 70, now to 80. Why? Because they pushed the coronavirus, man. And Esau using this supposedly epidemic, however you want to call it, to really fulfill his plans, man.
Implement his agenda that has been planned. You know,
the New World Order, man.
Through the New World Order, through his generations. But ultimately, he's just playing out what the Lord told him to do. You know, the Lord has created Esau to be the physical embodiment of wickedness, and this is what we see on the earth today. Everything that Esau does is wicked. You know, the things and how he goes about things is so wicked. You know, instead of, if you want to grow a crop, he grow it too much. He got to find how to grow it faster. Can't let the sun just do it. He got to make it faster, make it fatter, make it better. what the earth and the Lord gave us to live off of, it's not enough.
Yeah, because you want to be the Most High, man.
Yeah, water, which is in itself nourishment, but they got to add their flavor to it. They got to add chloride, fluoride, sodium, and carbon dioxide, and everything else, and it just shows you down to water. Esau got to touch it. He got to put a recipe on it to make it better, to make it better for humans. The Lord made everything perfect.
Cool.
You know, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to preach it real quick because it said this is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahawah. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Because we have to understand that even though all these things going on, the coronavirus, so on and so forth, the Most High controls all things. So even though we're going to come to Jacob's trouble, we're going to come to times never seen before. But we have to keep our faith because this is a separation from us and the world. You know, because Esau is coming down with great wrath. He comes with a vaccination, with his quarantines, lockdowns, with the persecution of the prophets, like we saw in the from the article from Holland. You know, they put the article out there that they basically despise or speaking evil of them because of YAHAWASHI, man. You know, saying they are hate speakers and so on and so forth, man. You know, but at the end, we are persecuted for righteousness' sake, man. You know, and Jacob's trouble will be the same thing. So I got to preach it real quick. This is Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. You know.
You see, and great. You want to break it down?
Yeah, and the thing is, why the scripture say like a woman, or why I see every man on his loins when somebody's feeling really, he put his hands to his loins. You know, he like, oh shit. As a woman in travail's child, because when she bring forth the child, she holding her down there because of so much pain, you know, and it's showing you that they are in complete fear. All you mighty men, you supposedly great men of war in this world, you built up, muscle up guys that all the so-called women wants. You're gonna be shook as fuck, man. You supposedly mighty men, man. You know.
I mean, all you gotta do is look at the 10 seconds of the Lebanon bombing.
Yeah.
You see, hey, these men, they don't got no heart, man.
No, they got no faith, man.
They don't have what we have.
Yeah,
you know,
courage.
And through the faith, and we have heart. And I mean courage. Through the faith, we have courage to know that the Lord is in control of all things. You know, and you see that even the dudes is running, just like the women. You know. And what you saw in Lebanon, you're gonna see 10 times more in America, man.
This thing, what is this microscopic thing?
Yeah, man.
Just a
50,000. You know, it's gonna be with fire though.
Hey, this explosion didn't do shit, man. It said that when the ice beam missiles hit, your eyes gonna consume away in your holes, man.
Yeah, in their flesh. I mean, in their holes where they sit.
So how hot has to be this fire, man? That you standing.
You saw that blast that hit. Imagine that with just fire. Just fire. Like how that hit, and everything it touches is burned away.
Like in the movies always. Like
that's exactly what is gonna happen. They you know, it's like in the movies, in a lot of those things, they make these explosions on a miniature scale. Like they make it in a closed location on a miniature scale, record it, and then they can take that footage and implement it and make it bigger, make it wider, make it stronger, and then add after effects onto it to make it more realistic. So they know exactly how a nuclear bomb explodes. You know, how do they make it in the computer? They have to, they use geometry, and like, it's crazy because they know, like, it has too much fill? Does it have too much fire? You know, all of these elements controlled, so they know how to generate it and simulate it. So they know exactly what the effects would be of these bombs, these atomic bombs that they have, you know. Esau knows, he loves his weapons, man.
Because
he's proud of them blessings, man. Yeah, man. He is. And he reverses them shits quick because he know he ain't got nothing else, you know. But go ahead.
Verse 7. At last, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it.
You see, he shall be saved out of it, and it's not everyone, man. Because to know righteousness, you gotta have unrighteousness. You know, to know life, you gotta have death. And the Lord is gonna judge a lot of our people. You know, because at this point, Israel has no excuse as to what is the truth and what is not about who we are, where we come from, what the Lord is about. You know, we have had men teach this truth many years, man. You know, and now it's on a level where it's been preached to the four corners, just like the Lord says, man, in the scriptures, man, in Matthew. He said, this world, this let's get it right quick. And it has been preached. You know, it has been brought out to all nations. You know, these Ishmaelites getting it from us here. They know it now. You know, because that's who mostly come up to us, man. Because they think we Muslim, you know? Because
of obedience and shit.
They're always talking about that Salaam Alaikum bullshit. Yeah, man. But walking around, smoke cigarettes.
And even if you tell them you're not Muslim, they say they can't provoke you.
What is it called? They say it's puts? Something like this. Something like this. Like
this one guy said, yeah. It's like, Allah don't like it, but it's no sin. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, man. But hey, the thing is also...
They got many doctrines in that Islam.
But when you think of it, like the brother just like we read, they're going to be saved out of his elect, man.
Yeah.
Because the 2/3 is going to be destroyed. Because why should the Lord save somebody that don't want to follow him? Would you save somebody when you give him a commandment to do something? Would you save him?
And then the very thing that you warned him from, don't do it, or this is going to happen, and then it comes to pass, would you go back and try to save him? If you told, no,
he has to learn his lesson. And so the Lord doing. He teaching the world what's going to happen if you don't obey. This is why the Moshe makes so dramatic, because like in camp last week, this week, what this guy said, when the Lord controls all things, why has he doing it this way? Why this has to happen? Because he has to teach us. Because if he gives us everything and we learn nothing, we do nothing, we're gonna be unrighteous, spoiled rulers, man. This is why we're going through this shit. This is why he teaching us, and let's be under all these nations.
Wow, I mean, we went off though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but we had to go off too. This is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I mean, every time I read it in the scriptures, I'm like,
man.
Especially
in the times of kings, man. When you read the book of 2 Kings, all kings, man, not all of them, most of them. How is it that the Lord delivers, the Lord do this and third, then they go back to
right back to doing it, man? I just don't get it. I don't get it.
And this is why Jacob's trouble is gonna come to sift, to destroy 2/3 of all people, man.
Those ones that were destined from the beginning.
Yeah, man.
It's just not gonna get it.
Come.
You know, and woe to that number. YAHAWAH, we are not of that lot.
Man.
Just like I always bring up with Peter, man. You know,
he was like,
there's gonna be some that he's gonna say, I never knew you.
Yeah,
he says it, man.
Matthew.
Yeah,
man.
Go ahead.
It's Matthew 24:14. Or let me start 13. But let me start 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Read the beginning again.
Which 12? Or
yeah, 12.
Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
The iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Cat's gonna get really vicious towards one another, man. You're gonna see people getting killed and attacked for minuscule things that we take for granted now. You know, bread and potatoes, man. Just one potato, you know, like it's gonna be some crazy shit.
Yeah, man, like in all these movies, you see apocalyptic movies, you know, like in Book of Eli, for example. You know, it was so bad that they even started to eat people, man. The same thing gonna happen, man.
You had the shakes.
Yeah, good, man.
And they know this, bro. You know this. They know, because how do they know this? They're cannibals, man.
Yeah, because
the elites of this.
What was it in Holstein? There was a big. They made a big scene out of this one guy here in Germany. Was a cannibalist. I forgot where it was, man. But he got found out, so on and so forth. And
he ate like 32 people, didn't he?
He had many people. I think so.
I remember seeing an article about this.
Yeah, it's a long time ago though, when I was young.
No, I thought I just saw something recently that it was
maybe they talked about it again, but I remember when I was younger, it was like, I think 7 years ago when I was younger or something. They talked about it in the news. But this cat was eating cats, man. He was eating cats. And these elites doing the same thing. Sacrificing children.
Shakes, man.
Yeah, that's why, like Al-Mangabah said, that's why they're calling your children kids. While goats are used for sacrifices. Because they're using the children for sacrifices, man. The little kids. Why do you think so many children go missing? Because they're using it for the sacrifice, especially the Israelites, man. You know?
Like in that video I sent of the Molech.
Yeah.
That was a Jake baby that they put in that thing, bro.
Which one are you talking
about? That video is black and white of the Molech sacrifice. Did you see it?
Ah, yeah.
He was kicking his legs and shit.
Yeah. I remember when I was running.
And then they said that this is a movie.
Yeah, but it's real shit, man.
That was not a movie. And I think it was the same directors, if I'm not mistaken, it was the same ones that did Goodbye Uncle Tom. The Italians did this. Goodbye Uncle Tom. They came and supposedly visited the South and saw how it was. So did all of those Jakes get paid for their work that they was getting in that movie, man?
Maybe 1% of the normal.
There was a scene where they wouldn't eat. They were on the ships. Do you remember this?
Where ships?
Jake was on the ship, and they wouldn't eat. They wanted to die.
Yeah,
and they started knocking out their teeth. But this was a real
shit, man.
Scene, man.
Because when you think of it, do you think that they go to they give you this travel of months for some slaves, and then they let the slaves starve? Get the fuck out of here, man. They let them maybe starve to the point that they can't move anymore on the ships, but they feed them that they're gonna survive. If you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's their money.
Yeah,
that's their merchandise.
Yeah, man. Because when you think of it, this is basically you go to like supposedly Christopher Cologne. However you call him, man.
Murderous Cologne. That's what I call him. Murderous Columbus.
He wanted to go to India and find gold, So he goes all the way traveling to find gold, supposedly, even though he would translate this.
And he had the Apocrypha.
To know the way to Ezra to
the book of Esdras.
Yeah, Esdras is like to know how to come to Ezra, which is America, you know. But he went there to get gold, and the same thing they did. So it went there for some merchandise, like you said, to make some money out of it, man. You know, and that's the thing, man.
And the funny thing is, as they went and took these slaves from these lands, they took our agricultural secrets and, you know, the things that we use to survive, our trades and basically our presence, our art, and they took it and just distributed it amongst themselves.
But our people were dumb enough to trust the enemy, man. Straight up. They trusted the enemy. Because what did they do when they saw these people starving? Because they was even the Native American graves, bro. Yamala was talking last time about it. These Edomites came to America.
They were dying.
They were dying, ate the carcasses of the ancestors of the Gadites because they were starving. And then they helped them. So what you expecting when you help your enemy, man? And you put, like it says in Iraq, man.
Gad could have just let them starve out and die from the winters.
But showing you the Lord controls all things, man. You know, because Gad forgot who they are, they forgot that they Edomites, so on and so forth, probably, can be. And then they forgot the enemy.
I mean, because these people, they had never really seen on this.
You know because generation. You're right, man.
So by the time they got to them, they seen these pale face, got them blonde haired, blue eyed, and they probably thought, oh, wow, you know? And wanted to be, wanted to be, you know, like, welcome him into, you know, the women were running around, like how that video, that picture I used to have, where it said, with the Native Americans, how we would, the men wouldn't do nothing, they would just go out and hunt, the women would do all the work, we could just eat anything off the, you know, from the earth, and we lay on the ground, have sex all day, and the white man wanted to come and change it and flip it all up, and that's how Esau was, man, you know?
But the priesthood recruit for this wax code, the law of ministerial wax code, 2 Ezra 16 and 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh. And this is what's going to happen, man. You know, like we just said at the beginning, Satan, Esau going to come down with his great wrath. And when he really come down with his martial law troops, when he implement martial law for real, when it comes with his troops, he won't have mercy, man. He won't have mercy gonna come for us, man. We on the list, man. We men out here that put our lives on line for YAHAWASHI, you know. YAHAWASHI gonna get the due reward for it, or we're gonna get the due reward. But YAHAWASHI is the reward that we're expecting, you know. Gonna on the list, man. And do you think our family's gonna be spared? Nah, they're gonna be used as an advantage, man. And you may have to say, hey, they have your child in the hand, be like, we're gonna kill him if you don't take the RAWCHAA chip, man. And you have to make the decision.
He's dead anyways.
Yeah, he's gonna die. but do you have faith that you maybe in this moment when you want to kill your child, that the angel can come down and struck this Edomite down and save you and your child?
Oh yeah, you know.
Lord can do these things, man.
Look at what Yahawashi did for Lazarus.
Yeah.
To the daughter.
Yeah. Wasn't it sisters?
No, it was a little girl. She was.
You mean they basically was from the one guy.
Yeah,
came to him.
Yeah.
The basically a righteous man that came to him, said, you know, don't come into my house because I'm not worthy of you.
Yeah.
Kind of like paraphrase.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then he basically resurrected the daughter, man. She just sleeping. They were all laughing. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Boom, she was raised up again.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Do you have that faith in YAHAWASHI?
Yeah, man.
Because, you know, in this lifetime, we need to see it to believe it. You know.
And there's no faith. When you need to see it to believe it, there's no faith, man. Of course, we got different portion of faith. You know, some need to see and believe, but this, when we think of it, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. So faith is spiritual. We believe in YAHAWASHI even though we don't see Him. We believe in the salvation even though we don't see it yet. But we know it's gonna come. We know that the nuclear destruction gonna come, cannibalism is gonna come, Jacob's trouble gonna come. All these things gonna come, man.
When we see that the other prophecies have popped up, how can you not believe in it? And the ones that are already foretold that you also see that are gonna come, like they gotta come, you know. The RFID chip is there. And read that last precept again that you had just read.
2 News 16 and 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh.
So he said specifically, still destroying and spoiling those that fear Yahweh. So he's telling you, they coming for the ones who call on YAHAWASHI. This is going to be a test of faith. This is going to be an all-out war against Jacob, man. And not because amongst Jacob is going to be the 2/3. So they're going to be on that ship already with Esau. You know, like they don't care about the elect. They already believe. They don't believe in what we're speaking anyways.
But some of them, because when you think of it, 2/3 also went on the videos. 2/3 also supposedly cry on the Lord, but don't believe in Him. But like it says in Romans 10. So how you gonna call upon somebody that you don't believe in?
It said like faintly, like not really, like you know.
And that's the thing, man. So even the 2/3 is gonna be brought together and brought to the FEMA camps, like it said Revelation 2 and 10, man. You know, we're gonna be brought. Hey, we're gonna go to a time never seen before on this earth. You know, this week. Let me read Jeremiah 37 again, and it says, "At last, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." They're not gonna be saved out of it, man. Even though it seems like, hey, there's no way out, there's no deliverance, but the Lord gonna deliver us, man. Like it says in Isaiah 65 and 13, we're gonna eat, we're gonna drink, we're gonna rejoice, man. But the other people gonna be fucked up, man. They're gonna starve, they're gonna be thirsty, they're gonna howl for vexation of spirit, they're gonna be fucking destroyed. You know? But going back to Matthew 24 and 13, or 12 again, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
You see? And what's going to allow you to endure to the end? YAHAWASHI, and having that faith and that understanding, and that he going to have mercy on you, you know? That you're doing everything within your ability to do which is pleasing in the eyes of Him. You know? I was just reading too. Well, go ahead.
Isaiah 30:36, and it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of their times, and the strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh is His treasure." And that's the thing, man. Wisdom and knowledge is going to be stability. And just when you go into stability, the word stability, it means Amawana, and this goes back to faith. So wisdom and knowledge is going to build up your faith. In the faith in who? In YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. So it's working perfectly together, and today we're going to get salvation. But our faith we have to build up our faith right now in these times that we still can. We have to still build up our knowledge and understanding right now in times that we still can. We have to prepare ourselves mentally and spiritually for the times to come. For the time that never be seen before. That we able to endure unto the end. That we be saved. That we gonna hold on, like the brother always says, to this lottery ticket that we got. And hold on to it unto the end. Don't leave the rope that YAHAWASHI has for you, man. You know? Back to Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come.
You see?
Come.
Go to Wisdom Psalm 4, man.
Come.
And, you know, and this is talking about those 2/3. You know, they're gonna say like, how can the Lord do this to us? Or how can when people ask this question, like how he gonna do it? Well, why would he do these things? Well, in start at 5, I mean,
Wisdom of Psalms 4 verse 5, and it says, the imperfect branches shall be broken off, their fruit unprofitable, not ripe to eat, yea, meat for nothing.
Keep going.
For children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial.
You see? But what I wanted to bring out there is that these branches, these imperfect branches, are the 2/3 that have grown out of Israel and are reaping nothing profitable. You know, and then they have seeds, and they have children, and continue to preach and teach the philosophy of the wickedness that's around them. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, the Lord has to remove that, man. He has to remove all of these unprofitable fruits and these wicked branches that just don't wanna they don't wanna change, man. They like the wickedness. They've become accustomed to it. You know? Go ahead.
Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them.
You see? You know? And your fruit, and if, let's say it is of your offspring, you know, and he's of age, does he know the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High? Has he learned it from you? You know, have you passed on that, or have you passed on the wickedness of this world? And even just being an example of wickedness into the children of Israel in itself, you know, being that stereotype, you know, not per se, but like these gangster rappers with their pants sagging down and talking about I stole your bitch and you know, I effed your girl and all of this shit, and listening and perpetuating this type of life, and you're pushing off bad fruit also. You know, you're helping bring up bad fruits too. You know,
this thing, because of fruit, basically people that you bring up, man. You know, like the apostles, they got a lot of fruit, man. You know, of course, the fruit is your work also. And think of it, because of the work that you do, other men get stirred up. You know, and this is like that brother just said, man, what you doing, how you conduct yourself with your family, alone, because your children are basically a reflection of you, and not only of you, of your household. Because a woman is in there too, because you can be righteous as much as you want, but if your woman is wicked and she always around the children, they're gonna be raised up in wickedness and fatherlessness, you know, and that's the thing. But we come in times where our test is gonna be ultimately a testament, you know, and it's gonna be shown who worked for Yahweh and who not, who is the servant of him and who not. It's gonna be shown this time, man, because people mocking and scoffing, people talking shit, people like, yeah, you just don't know what you're talking about. We're gonna see who didn't know.
Who's that precept?
You know what I'm saying?
That
talking
precept
about
when he was like, how we are fools to believe in this book, and it's like the Lord said, who deemed him wise, let him become a fool.
Yeah.
Wisdom, bro.
Yeah.
And it confounded them. It completely, because that's what they see us as. They think we are crazy fools, man. That's why it says in what it says in Wisdom of Solomon. I was reading that. I was just reading it because it's the truth. They're going to be, and go to Wisdom of Solomon 4:14, because we was on there. Go.
15.
Yeah.
You want 14 or 13?
Nah, you can just start at 15. Just say.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 4:15. This the people saw and understood it not, neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he has respect unto his chosen.
You see? So they don't believe that there is even a chosen. They
man.
think that we like that video of the dude talking about, you really believe we're gonna have superpowers?
Yeah.
Why you don't have no weapons?
Yeah.
When it clearly says that if you got your house, and then he's like, we used to kill cats.
But who delivered it into our hands?
And why didn't he? Like he don't. It just shows you that he's not.
Common.
Yeah,
he just is calm.
Because remember when he was like, they'll only take 300, because then Jacob gonna be thinking that he did it himself.
Yeah, man, it's his spirit. He said to Gideon.
Yeah.
To Gideon, I think was it.
Was it Gideon?
I think it was Gideon when he said it's in Judges.
You know.
I'll go to Judges real quick.
Because it was the Lord that was with us that allowed us to defeat these armies, man. He allowed us to do it. We didn't do shit. You thinking that we were mighty men without Yahawah? Then why are we mighty men now? Why don't we just stand up now? Because we can't. Let us try to get weapons, man. Esau gonna slaughter us. Gonna put us under the prison, man. Esau got drones for your ass, man. Predator drones that you won't even know is over your head. You ain't ready to fight Esau. This is carnal people, man. Carnal.
I think it was Gideon. So look it up. But I don't know where it is, man, because I mean Gideon's death.
It was like how he said
look it up. Basically. Get your reviews. Remember of Israel.
Gideon. You found it?
Yeah, right here. 7. Yes, Gideon.
Judges 7. No?
Judges 7, and let me start at 2. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, my own hand has saved me.
See? And that's your ass. Whoever that dude was out there is thinking that you got might in your hand.
This is all you people that follow Grandmaster J, that carnal as niggas, thinking like, yeah, we're gonna get rifles. We're gonna shoot you down.
Shoot your own self, man. Look at the Lord showing you ain't ready for those swords, man. You're shooting your own self. He was in the stretcher, man. Damn, I've been on the range with military dudes who shot themselves and they didn't end up in a stretcher. So you must have shot your ass in a vital area, you know. And
okay, listen to me. How are you gonna take Esau over? So you're gonna talk about all Edomites, not only the American Edomites. We're talking about the American Edomite army right now. We're taking all of it. 1.3 million. The United States has approximately 1.3 million active duty troops, with another 865,000 in reserve. So over 2 million.
And that's not telling you what they got in special forces.
See?
So the elite forces.
See?
Then the CIA. They're just talking about the military. They're not talking about the federal FBI, the police,
see?
the FEMA, the UN. Come on, man.
This showing you only YAHAWASHI gonna deliver us. The only thing they're gonna keep us stable in Jacob's trouble in all times, even right now. It's YAHAWASHI. You niggas that cleave onto the woman, give me comfort. Get the fuck out of here, man. Of course, you're gonna have some comfort. Kind in her, but the comfort that we're getting from YAHAWASHI is on another scale, man.
Peace of mind, comfort, man. Man.
These scriptures that are from YAHAWASHI is word giving us peace, man. Giving us peace of mind, man. Cooling us down when we're in hard situations, when we're in heavy situations. We have much of crows among the brothers. Sometimes we're crow for a woman. shit going on in our life. But YAHAWASHI gives us peace in all these things, man. Through His word. You know?
Okay.
Then, but you talking about you want to get up arms and go. Hey, in this times to come, I want to see you with your arms, man. I'm gonna YAHAWAH gonna come.
How many bullets you gonna get? Please tell me.
You're gonna get one. I'm gonna cry like a baby.
Do you know that the military, they got unlimited Mark 19s?
So listen to
44 millimeter grenade launchers that don't overheat, and they just got cases. I mean, warehouses upon warehouses full, stocked warehouses full of ammunition, grenades, claymores, and RPG. But there's no way you're ready for Esau, man. There's no way.
For YAHAWASHI, you're ready for anything, man. No. This way you can't let niggas go to you. You like the, what is it called on the, I forgot the name of them, man. Who are basically over righteous. The
gung ho.
No, in the scriptures even, they took arms. The zealots, man. You were the zealots, man. Okay. What happened to the zealots? When you go into the siege of 70 AD, the zealots, what did they do? They were rounded up in the siege and died, man. Starved to death, basically. Because they're like, yeah, we're gonna go to Rome and kill these niggas. Same thing what you doing. You wanna flex the arm? You wanna flex your arm? We flex YAHAWASHI, which is YAHAWASHI, man. We give YAHAWASHI all the praise, all the glory, and all the honor. And the thanks. We don't praise ourselves like you niggas. You want to stand in the front line and be like, yeah, we with the rifle, see, we strong, man.
Got a woman leading them out there and shit. Left, giving them commands and shit. A woman out there leading your military? Wow. I'm sorry, man.
It's just confusion.
I've been in war, and I don't think that's a place for like real war. It's not a place for a woman, man.
Females,
females.
Yeah. And because I will never forget. I will never forget. Yeah, that's another thing. you on yourself, you're fucking emotional. You're like, we have to go to talk. Oh, I can't do it now. I'm a period.
Everything is like defiled already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like anything she touches, everywhere she go, she on her period. She trying to shoot a gun. Man, get out of here, man.
And the other things also, when I think of it, I will never forget when they were driving Afghanistan or something, and this one chick just twerked in the van. They were going to war. She was twerking.
Okay. Oh yeah,
bro. What?
This is what they do. And once they get to where they gotta go, they start having sex with each other, you know, and that's what they did, man. Getting pregnant, then they gotta go back.
That's what they want.
Yeah, they get there, stay 6 months, get that little extra pay. They get pregnant, go back. They don't put them around infantry though, bro. Yeah. They don't put no women around infantry. They keep them the fighters, the men on the front lines, because they want them to fight.
Yeah, of course, because I want the test run. I have too.
Yeah.
Because when you give your seed, what is your power? You see, man. You give it always away. You're gonna be fucking weak.
They want you litty, like a pit bull. That's what I said. Yeah. They kept me like a fighting dog, man. Go ahead.
I want to get a precept. This is Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. What's she gonna see? The salvation of us, man. And shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is YAHAWAH their power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. See? So you women gonna be, these two-third women, these women that are going against us, man, these women that supposedly want to be over the men and so on and so forth, you're gonna be fucked up, man. Because look, can I read Daniel real quick?
Yeah.
Daniel 12:1. Because how a woman gonna stand in war, man? Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Micah stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. Hey, a time as never before. Never seen. It won't be compared to Egypt. It won't be comparable to Egypt. Because you have to understand, through all the scriptures, YAHAWAH referred always to Egypt. So Egypt was the ultimate thing, man. But this is gonna surpass this thing, man, because there's time as never before.
Did you see how Israel built up Egypt?
Yeah, man.
How they tripled their workload. How they had them building treasure cities. You know what I mean? Like, and you think that was blood, sweat, and tears, man. You know, that suffering, that pain that those people felt. Ultimately, it was us that felt that pain. But that, you know, that anguish, that affliction is going to be nothing compared to that. You know, getting whipped, and even in the modern day Egypt again, in America, that 400 years, And you saw how Esau got down. Esau, he let his hair down, if you understand what I'm saying. He let himself truly be who he really is.
He showed his true nakedness.
Yeah, man. He showed his true wickedness of who he is. And just do research on the slaves, like how they were treated. It was what's the arc from the Chicago camp, man?
Which one?
Area? The shorter one. You know what I'm talking about? He got in Boston. It's in Boston. It was in Boston. I gotta think about it. But anyways,
do you mean the elder?
Yeah.
Do you mean the who is it?
I think you know what I'm talking about.
GMS Fast Food is page.
Yeah. GMS Fast Food. Yeah.
Fast Food. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. He's the leader of the camp, I think.
He had said, like, you know, in these days, in those times back then, it was Israel was treated so poorly that when it's going to be reversed back onto Esau, it's not even going to be comparable because of this book. What is it called? No Color Nonsense. It was something about slavery. It's just a photographic view of slavery, and it was just like a 300-page book. And you saw that Esau hung many jakes, man. He hung them so much, man, and lynched them and burned them, and they even put signs on them, bro, like, please do not wake up, or they write on a postcard, barbecue of a nigger that we had last night, or and I'm
picnic.
Like, and I'm like, damn, man, those people ain't gone, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, when you think of it, Esau's cruelty gonna go double onto him, man. Like we read last time, they're gonna get double for the iniquity, like it says in Jeremiah. Let me read it.
So how can you? That's another thing that always irks me, man. We want equality. We want some things to change.
Like we saw in camp. We talk about equality, then he's like, you want to be equal to this beast, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. You want to be equal to cave dwellers, man.
Yeah.
How stupid are you, man?
When the Lord clearly tells you, if you just listen to my word, if you would just listen and do what I say, I'll place you above all nations.
Come.
But no, we want to be as the beasts of the fields.
So we're going to be judged by like the beasts of the field, man.
I don't want to be.
No, I don't want
to. I'm not in that number, you know, like.
I don't want to be Esau's judgment, man.
No.
Esau's judgment going to be the cruelest judgment I've ever seen, I think. Honestly, when you think of it.
That 1,000 years, bro?
It's going to be hard command. It's going to be double paper. So what they did to us, we're going to do in righteousness. So we're going to don't do butt breaking and shit. But we're going to do everything in righteousness and fuck them up.
Yeah. And they're going to be, they're not going to be able to handle it. They can't handle a little affliction now. They just jump out buildings and or overdosing on opiates.
Or I have to go to the psycho house, man.
Yeah,
because I remember.
Anxiety.
What is depression, man? Depression is just a hard situation they can deal with. When you think of it, really, like depression is kicking in when you have a hard situation that you don't want to deal with. So what you're going to do against it, you just deal with it. You just accept it, or you just fight against it. However, you have to, maneuver in this thing. But the depression, people overeating, people over taking drugs and shit, only because you don't want to face the thing that you're going through. And Esau, so you're weak, man.
Esau loved to give you his pills.
Yeah, man. He go to the medicine, man.
So he killing you, and you paying him to kill you mentally and spiritually.
Yeah,
go ahead, man.
This is Jeremiah 16:18, and first I recompense their iniquity and the sin double, because they have defiled my land, and they have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of the detestable and abominable things. You're gonna get double, Esau, man. But yeah. So back
his land. So they knew that Israel was his land, bro.
Yeah, everybody knew, man. When you think of it,
they knew.
Right now, the Lord just took the remembrance of us out of the world. Now He's bringing it back, of course, to the spirit of YAHAWASHI. But back then, everybody knew us, man. Everybody knew Egypt, man. That's why the Lord made such a spectacle. The same thing gonna happen now, man.
Do you understand the wrath that the elect are gonna have? They're not gonna spare nothing. Like,
what do you think?
If you think about it, bro.
Can dash little shit against stones and shit.
My whole bloodline you took from me, bro. Like, they're gonna remember all of this, the transatlantic slave trade, the Lord got everything. He got all the records. You know what I'm saying? He got all of, because he wrote it.
Basically, He's gonna give us a memory back all the past lives. And the thing is, so we're gonna. Of course, we're going to lament because we see the wickedness that we did, but at the same time, we're going to see the cruelty that the nations had upon us, the Moabites, the Ishmaelites, castrating and shit. Yeah. All of them, man. Yeah. I think the Babylonians to bring Babylonians fucked our temple up, bro. Fuck the temple from YAHWASHI. I think they're gonna be fucking exterminated for this shit, man.
This wrath of these things, the remembrance, I don't even think that one person can control it. You know, like these fleshly bodies could never control that type of wrath.
Yeah,
so imagine, man, they would break down from this wrath that these men are gonna have. The elect are gonna have something sparks. They're gonna find when he in what was that in Isaiah or Ezekiel? It was Ezekiel when he described them with the eyes. When we broke it down with Tazabah.
What you mean with
the
eyes?
Angels on the wings and he had
it looked terrible, fierce and shit.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, because when you think of it, how is it always? I did a lesson a while ago about it. How is it always when somebody saw an angel, he was shook and fall on the ground, but then
his face on the ground.
But the angel's little baby flying around with a sexy, a supposedly beautiful woman coming up. How in the world is it possible?
Baby.
Yeah, the baby like
baby gonna try to tell me to come with him. Yeah. To come with me, I'm gonna take you to the spirit world. A baby? Boy? Where your pants at? You know, like where your pamper at? Yeah, you know, with wings. Hey, only Esau loves this because he has that perverse spirit of pedophilia on him, man. You know? And even the women too have this. You know how many times I've seen like these Edomite women getting caught having sex with students, bro? Yeah. Like and then they get pregnant by the dude, and then they end up marrying the dude after they get out of jail and shit. They even had a TV show about this. They even made it a TV show. It was like
Esau make every wickedness. Esau make comedy out of it.
Yeah, man.
Make money out of it.
I forgot what it was, man. What the show was, and he was a little boy, and he had sex with his teacher, and she got pregnant, and they had a child. I forgot what this was. It was a movie or something. I think it was. But
was it?
Anyways,
what this priest was saying.
Esau loves that perverse thing. You know, what were you looking for?
For that the Lord gonna put basically His wrath upon us.
And but I know the precept. I'm thinking about that precept where he says he's holding all of the wrath.
But I think I got it right here.
Go ahead.
Ezekiel 7:8. Now I will surely pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will. Now it's not this one. No, it's not this one. So like it. But yeah, man. Like I don't know where it was, but that was in Isaiah. But the Lord gonna put basically His wrath upon the elect, man. You know, we're gonna be filled with His wrath. Let me, y'all are gonna find him. And we have to watch out also. It's at 10%. Yeah.
Kind of stuff. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
Can find. I think it was in Isaiah somewhere, or Ezekiel, something like this, but I can't remember the precept. Yeah, man. But let me go back to Daniel real quick.
Yeah.
Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1, finishing it off. So like yeah, and it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And this way, HAWAD even said, hey, don't be happy that you basically that His spirits listen to you. You know that because the disciples in Luke chapter 10 was rejoicing that the devils were listening to the disciples. He said, don't rejoice about that. Rejoice that your name is written in heaven, in the book of life, because it's going to give you salvation, man. You know, because He's going to be saved out of it, the elect. And the 1/3 of women and children are going to go through fire. Men, women, and children are going to go through the fire, like the elect, going to be purified, going to be saved. You got it?
It's Ezekiel 25
and 14.
And 14.
Was it right?
Yeah.
That I was there, man.
And 13, you know.
Okay. Let me recite 13.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 25 and let me start at 13. And it says, well, let me start at 12. This saith Yahweh power, because that Edom has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and has greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
And that vengeance goes all the way back into Jacob and Esau from the beginning. You know, saying that we stole his birthright, you know, or that we hated him first, or we supplanted him. But it was ultimately written by the Lord that it would be that way. He didn't choose Esau, just like He didn't choose Cain.
Cool.
You know?
That's right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man, even though they had the birthright, basically, but they gave it away because of jealousy. Cain did it because of jealousy, because he was jealous of Abel's sacrifice, and Esau just didn't have faith.
Carnal.
He was
straight up carnal.
He didn't have faith because he was starving. It doesn't matter. Okay, maybe we don't know how long he was in the field. Maybe he was really starving, but still he could be like, hey, YAHAWASHI got me, because the name was already there from the beginning. It wasn't just not that famous. So he could have still faith in Yahweh, but he didn't.
Because
so the Lord took it
who
away.
was their papa? Isaac. And Isaac had he was the pretty much the promise because Abraham was about to sacrifice Isaac. You know what I mean? So you know that Isaac was keeping the law. You can guarantee you that his house was in order.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because the law was from the beginning. It was just not written down. It was just verbally kept on going. When you think of it from the time of Noah, but then Moses, YAHAWASHI wrote it down. But to keep on reading. You want to check it? I think I put it down. 6%. Yeah, 6. So like verse 13. Therefore, this saith Yahweh power. I will stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the down shall fall by the sword.
The Temanites are here.
Yeah, man.
Teman are living right here.
The wise men of Teman.
The wise men of Teman. And how do you know? Weren't they the scientists of the Nazis that left through Operation Paperclip that America brought to them and continued their wise, great experiments of MK Ultra and mind control and so on and so forth, and all of these tests that they were doing on the so-called opposed Jews, you know?
Verse 14 is the point. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
By the hand of Israel, man. By the elect, you know? By the remnant that are going to be saved.
And how are we going to do it?
Yeah.
How are we going to do it? With rifles, with spears, with swords, or with spiritual powers, man? With control of the elements, with immortal bodies.
Because Billy Boy in the South is ready.
With bodies that won't fade away, won't get tired, man. With infinite engine energy, man. How?
It's like Goku, man. Like Akuma type, you know.
Yeah, man. It's
you imagine like all of those things that you picture, you can harness these things, you know, like you can picture, and then when they see you, they don't know what the hell they see, you know, like they don't know what is going on because you got so much you want to do, you know what I mean? Like of course we're going to be in perfect balance because we're going to be under YAHAWASHI
and we're going to have a different mindset also.
Yeah,
but also, when I think of
know all things because it all came from him.
Yeah, man.
All of these cartoons.
We're gonna break down elements and shit, man. We're gonna know how everything was created at the beginning. Yeah. Of course, we know everything was created in 6,000 years at the beginning, but we don't know
King Solomon wisdom, bro. Imagine 144 King Solomon wisdoms, bro. Like, it's gonna be amazing, man. It's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be
this is why we have to strive for this, man. To the best of ability, man.
Think about it. They shoot a gun, and before they can even, you let them shoot it, and then just make it just dissipate in their hands, like, pow! And they think like, yeah, it's gonna go. And you made it come like, get it right here, and then just dissipate like adventures. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man.
Because with that creativity, we're gonna have it because it came from YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? These movies and all of these ideas, they took it from the scriptures first and foremost, but to create it and think of it and have it so visual, it came from him, man. You know?
That's right, man. And when you think of it, I'm gonna, for this Jake, because this one Jake, this 2/3 was talking about, so you think an angel's gonna be throwing spirit bombs and shit like Don Cuckoo?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do it on that, bro. I'm gonna do it on that.
I think a lot of people are gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it, bro. Like, you dance.
You have to wait in line. Come here, you want some too? Come here. They're gonna tear his ass up. You know, through the spirit power, YAHAWASHI, because what does it say? What does it say in Wisdom of Solomon, man? We'll go back to Wisdom of Solomon 4 right quick, because I wanted to. They're gonna be ashamed, bruh, with their mouth.
You mean 5?
Nah, it was in 4. Hold on, let me go back to it right quick.
Yeah, let me finish this off.
Finish that right quick.
Ezekiel 25:14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fear. So the fear of YAHAWASHI is going to be put on us. And this is why we're going to have the spirit to dash each other against stones. This is why we're going to basically put the judgment from YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI is just going to use this as weapons of war, like he said in Jeremiah 51:20. Battle axe, weapons of war. This is what we are from. We're going to be his judgment tools, basically. And they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh power. So we're going to just be like the angels. He's going to use us to proceed his judgment, man. That's it, man.
God, this is Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom of Solomon 4, 19.
Mm-hmm.
For he shall render them and cast them. Rend them, so like for he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless.
They're going to be speechless, man. They ain't going to be able to say nothing. Keep going.
And he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste, and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish.
You see? Keep going.
And when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquities shall convince them to their face.
Hey,
so you can remember the sins, you're gonna be, oh shit, I'm guilty.
Hey, the Lord, he said they're gonna be speechless.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be just humble, bro. Just they can't say shit.
It's just gonna be a beautiful thing to see Jake like that. Best thing to see, man. Because the Lord did us right now with us.
Yeah, man.
Because sometimes we just like,
yeah, you know, you're like, cause you just, you know, damn, I was so wicked, man. Yeah. Even when you're just sitting down, you read something, they deep like,
yeah, it remembers you like what you did in the past.
Well, I did that.
Purifies you, man.
Yeah.
The scriptures cutting you, purifying you to them, and putting you to the fire. Because sometimes you read it.
Go ahead, select it.
No, you go.
Then you just see how wicked you was, you know, man, in this world. But go ahead.
And then you just go into, for example, like for example, the law. You read the law a little bit, and you just see, hey, for example, you did adultery back in the days. The law said you should be put to death for that shit, bro.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I was wicked.
Or you was eating pork, and you had young men who rather die. Than to eat pork, and then you just struggling with eating fucking pork. You know, it's like that's a cut, like you know, it's like fuck that shit. That's what you make you. He died for just to have this. Don't even put the swine in his mouth for YAHAWASHI, man. That shit.
And this is showing you, man. Hey, the men of YAHAWASHI gonna be purified, man, through the word, through studying to show themselves proof. Because studying purifying you, stirring up your mind, cleaning your mind. And that's the thing,
you of
man.
your sins and making you not want to do that shit anymore.
Yeah, man. And there's only men, women, and children of YAHAWASHI gonna do that because the females doing it. Yeah. Children doing it.
Yeah.
Young men out here doing the same thing as we.
They're learning from us.
Yeah, man.
They're learning, and that's that good fruit.
This is why we have to be examples in all ways. Yes. Every which way we go, not only on the camera, not only in the camp, and every which way we go, we have to be temperate, we have to be wise, we have to be judges because we're going to be upcoming judges and RAWCHAA in the kingdom.
What they say when you're on the football team? You representing us. Yeah. So conduct yourself a certain way. Well, you representing YAHAWASHI, and he gave us a way to conduct ourselves. That's right, man. So you must uphold yourself to this way, to this doctrine that he's given us. And again, ultimately, because he gave it to us once. We didn't keep it. Now he gave it to us again. And now we got to hold on to it with everything we got because he just said he's going to shake them from the foundation, you know, these people and the 2/3 and these heathen nations, you know. So with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, KABAD. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great wisdom and taught us his truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect 144,000 men pushing the truth and wholehearted sincerity across the 4 winds. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom. Wa Barakatam.
Wa Barakatam.
Wa Bababa.
Wa Bababa.
Shalom.
Shalom.